Alright everybody, we're back with more Sherlock Holmes, and we're about to do the harpoon preparation, so let's do this! Alright, now I gotta go talk to Watson. I'm pretty sure that's my butler, so I'm totally in the... Oh wow, they cleaned up the fucking area already. Took the harpoon out the wall and... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm totally in the wrong area right now. So I'll see you back at my house. Well, let's try to put together some more clues real quick while I'm riding to my house. Nigels. Fuck it, just call it notebook. Notebook and break-in attempts. Oh my gosh, that was perfect. Oh my gosh, that was fucking perfect. Alright, retrieving the notebook. The break-in attempts were made in order to retrieve the notebook that had been lying in the pool of the victim's blood. This proves the guilt of the person who made these attempts. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Alright, so I put together another clue, and now I'm back at the house to talk to Watson.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible, but if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
So does that mean I have to go back there and retrieve a harpoon? I think it sure is. I'm gonna go back to the Woodman's Lee and see if I need to retrieve a harpoon real quick off the wall. I'm gonna open up the deductions real quick. See if I can put together any more clues. Let's just see real quick if I need to grab a harpoon off the wall.
That should do it. Now I am ready for the experiment.
I did need to take a harpoon off the wall. Look at that. It's like, where else would you get a harpoon except for the fucking crime area? Isn't that funny? That is real funny. Alright, here I am. This is a small little area.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
to indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise, yet.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
Yeah, aim for the mark. Yeah, I know, I got it. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be fucking hard as shit. Yeah, you gotta look, you gotta look for the X and the fucking, oh my gosh. Here we go.
The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through. Holmes, you should try to aim better and throw as hard as you can.
I am throwing it as fucking as hard as I can. Oh damn, that was way off.
The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it.
Oh, guys, this is harder than it looks. Alright. I get it, Watson, alright? I get it. There we go.
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
Better be eating some bacon then for a long time. Alright. Strength requirement, pin to the wall. Alright, lucky throw. There is a remote possibility that an unskilled and untrained man could manage to pin Peter to the wall with a harpoon. Feat of strength. It requires a much greater strength than that of an average man to be able to pierce a man's chest with a harpoon all the way through the wall. A degree of skill would most likely be necessary. 2 men in a cooperation might achieve the same result. Alright, oh man, which one should I pick? Oh, it's like a lucky throw or 2 people. Now that was a pretty big fucking shoe print too, so maybe it was him and his father. I'm doing it. Both of them. I wonder why it's only half. Is that it? That can't be it already. Butcher knife. Where are we going now? Let's go back to Scotland Yard and talk to the boy. And we all know he did it. Him and his father. Or him and his brother, or him and his friend, his Bigfoot friend, or Bigfoot did it actually. I don't know. I need to talk to the suspect.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
Never mind, I guess I'm not talking to him.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
I have to think about this.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Let's use that shit then.
Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire. Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire.
She always stands right there.
This is where I keep my...
Oh, there we go. Newsletter. Search for... Oh my gosh. Rings and... Oh my gosh, okay. Newsletters. Newspapers. Same thing. Bank Robbery Act. That seems easy enough right there. Bankrupt. Investment fund. The regional banking institution Bank in Cornwall has declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy losses in its loan portfolio, and has accordingly been assigned for liquidation.
Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
Oh, this is a document. Okay, it's my first document. Now it's time to go to... Where's the fucking door at? Scotland Yard and confront the little bastard. It's getting kind of interesting. Going to place, trying out new experiments, getting new clues. Time to investigate. Open the door. There we go. Time to talk, John.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Examine the ship's logs. Time to leave. Time to go back to the... What will that be? The crime scene's house location. And look at the logs. And right there on the shelf. I remember that. Right there.
1883. That's the one I need. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for June. Nothing unusual. Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Canadian, there are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
Find the crew now? Where the fuck's the crew? Somewhere on Baker Street. It looks like I'm going to Baker Street. It's really a lot of going back and forth, and looking at clues, talking to people, searching, going to your house, reading the newspaper. It's kind of awesome and boring at the same time. You guys understand what I'm saying? But hey, I really like the game, and this is only the first one out of like 6. I hope it gets better.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they're still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Alright guys, see you guys in the next part. Peace out. Share the video, like and subscribe.